Hello, Frufflings. It's actually been a long time since I have got these discs and been meaning to review them. This never has kind of come about, but it's a company that I talked about them a little bit in an unboxing. It's Visionary Disc Golf. The guys who make the nets, they also make the Amethyst. And by make, I mean lease it from MVP, like a lot of other companies. But I still wanted to review it, just to see if there's any difference. I know some people that I've talked to have thought that it's a more overstable version of the thing that I'm about to talk about. To me, it just seems like it's the same, maybe just from different runs. And that is the Pathfinder. You have the Ethos Pathfinder, which I think is very similar plastic to this. They both seem to be in the, not Aura is this, the Neutron plastic from MVP. And then these are both in like the Proton plastic or Ethos, or whichever one they call these for Visionary. So we're gonna be throwing 9 holes today at Lou Miller Disc Golf Course. I'm gonna throw the Pathfinders a couple times, see if there's any difference, but in just looking at them, the only thing I can see maybe, and this could just be run dependent, is that the white one, the Pathfinder, is just not quite as domey, so the shoulder isn't quite as high. That might make it more over or understable, but they look like basically the same disc. They feel like basically the same disc. And then on this other side, one of my Cash Stash ones, and then this one, like if anything, these feel maybe a little more bladed, a little faster. Someone has said a little more overstable, but I'm really interested. I want to get behind the scenes and maybe even run my own discs through this leasing program at some point. So as you guys continue to support all my endeavors, like that's something that's pretty far cash-wise, like capital-wise. I don't have the money to do it, but eventually I'm kind of working towards it with like stuff like my hats, which these are restocked. I'm working towards saving enough money to be able to be like, okay, let me try to actually make my own disc golf company, get stuff PDGA approved, and do all that. So who knows if that's this year, next year, or 10 years down the line, but I want to get behind the scenes and really learn about this. I will say they feel slightly different, but the difference is I feel is just these are a little flatter, these have a little more dome, and so that pulls the rim in a different way. That being said, 2 off the top, and by that I mean 4 off the top, and then what we'll end up doing is alternating plastics between holes. And we'll throw Pathfinder versus Amethyst. And the Amethysts are new, the Pathfinders are both used. So it's gonna be a little different. 342 feet to start. Oh, it's stable. Good thing we're playing 2 off the top with those guys. I guess that's a good tree. Whew, that was gonna go in water. I guess that's about as overstable as I thought these would be. I just threw down a lot of hyzer for almost no reason. Pathfinder. So wider, better, nice. Not quite there, not left enough. The feel is a little different. And that's one of the things I want to kind of get behind the scenes and realize is, do I have, if I want to lease a disc from MVP, because these, I'm 99% sure these are the same mold. I'll say 80%, 90%. I have a high degree of certainty, and they might not be. But they really seem to be. They would be like one-for-one dupes made by the same company if they weren't, which would be very surprising, but they seem to be the same. I just wonder if like a company can say, hey, I want them stiffer or domier or anything at all, if they have any say. So we'll see. This one first, and that one's pretty beat in. I had that in the bag for a while, so it's gonna be a little hyzer flippy. Straight. Oh, my body's getting tired. I just filmed 2 videos with Joel Freeman, and I stepped on the seat pad and my legs are like, give me some food. All right, well, gonna have a long putt with the Amethysts. Hopefully we can put this one closer and just slow it down. Not too close. The feel in my hand is slightly different, but what I would give that up to is that they're different runs of the same disc, because these came out after I had both of those other Pathfinders. And if you've thrown discs for a while before and bought the same disc, you'll know sometimes you get the same disc and the same plastic and a lot of the same things, but it still doesn't fly the same. Just because every time it comes off the machine, it can be different, because there's a lot of variables in plastic molding and manufacturing. I would chalk this up to that. But that being said, if you want to support Visionary, buy it from them instead of just Pathfinder, or you just like the stamp or the name. I think a lot of what this comes down to is branding, which is honestly one of the reasons why I think eventually, if I was to do it, it would perform decently, just because you guys, I'm really appreciative, but I'm trying to build a strong brand, and I'm not trying to like be a disc manufacturer or whatever. But I think ultimately what it comes down to is like they're selling nets, and then they also have discs, so it's like, why not? And it's a little capital intensive, but kind of is what it is for now. I don't know where the white Pathfinder went, so I'll probably just put these 2. A little left out of the hand there. There we go. Good correction. Actually got to pop it. Pathfinders are up 1-0. We'll start this one with the non-see-through ones, which are Aura for the Thought Space. I don't know the name for Visionary, but essentially the neutron plastic one. We have 300 feet to this basket, slightly up a hill, with a pretty strong right to left tail. So you're gonna have to throw some Anheuser and kind of pan it to the basket. I will say, I am a February birthday, and so getting a purple Amethyst is pretty clutch. I will also say sorry to Visionary, because I think they sent me these a long time ago. I have like affiliate links for their nets down below, if people want to pick those up. Luckily, we have a good relationship because I'm helping them sell nets, but I always feel bad when I hold on to something forever and not posted a video about it, and this is, I think, maybe the longest thing that I've gotten that I've not posted about, and it's finally time. The Pathfinders do just feel a little smaller in my hand. That could just be they're flatter, and so the shoulder feels less because the diameter is the same. Like I can cover each with the other. There's nothing sticking out. And so we'll go Pathfinder first because it's got the box, 1-0. That was a good throw though. It's way long. All right, I think this is gonna fly very similar. Just a little more, like shorter steps so that I don't elongate and throw it too low. There we go. Beautiful shot. Like, these are just good discs. That's just what they are. I think they're the same, and I really think it does come down to brand, but these are great discs. I still don't know what I'm bagging this year for mids, but I mean, something like this. Circle 2 with the Pathfinder. Great shot with the Amethyst. Too low, dude. Beauty. Head left to right. Gonna be a tough wind, especially for this one, which is a little more understable. One down for each of them. 340 feet, it looks like. Purple Amethyst first. Oh, that was a great line. I knew it was a little high, but came out of my hand on an ace line. Oh, I really like these mid-ranges. Oh, why did I shank it right after I said that? Dang, wasn't even close, dude. I've realized I'd filmed a Rolo video with Joel today, and I realized, one, I've gotten much worse at throwing the Rolo, and two, it's helped me to realize why I've gotten so much worse at skip shots recently, and it's because I don't throw nose up anymore, and I have a lot more of a difficult time to throw nose up, because I've practiced throwing nose down a lot. So skip shots, which require a lot of nose up to flare, and Rolo shots, which require a lot of nose up, are harder. And so that's also made it harder for me to do touch shots, so I'm gonna have to practice some nose up stuff, which seems counterintuitive. But Amethyst for the birdie. Yep. No! Oh, inches, dude. Oh! All right, now I have to make a circle 2 putt from this attempted skip, which, because I didn't throw it nose up, didn't check up at all. I remember Gannon, when I was playing with him at Preserve, not this season, but the last season. I wasn't playing the Preserve, but I was there when I was like in my van for the summer. And I remember him saying that he was jealous that I could throw nose up on like a specific shot. So I was throwing like this nose up touchy hyzer flip that was like my bread and butter. He was saying that he couldn't throw nose up. And I was like, no, that's a lie. And I just realized I can't throw nose up right now. At least like not when I want to. And that's bad. Interesting. Ah. Pop it, dude. All right, hole 4, 280. We're throwing the opaque ones. This little inside line. We have a head left to right again. So inside hyzer, I think, is the way to go. Unless we want to try to forehand them, which I think I'm actually going to try to do. This might be the best option at a forehand, so I'll try it. Oh, also, Pathfinder definitely doesn't have the box. Dang it. All right. Come on, Pathfinder. Be better. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not. Wow. Okay. I'm going to try these just to get a good forehand in. I'm truncating my forehand so short. There we go. Those are so much better. I should get better at forehanding these. My forehand overall will probably get much better. Being said, we'll get more practice right here. Just try to touch it in there. Ooh, that was nice. Gotta run it. It's banana froth, baby. I was like, not far, but not close. All right, I just circle for both of these bad boys. One's a little closer, actually. Bad miss. Double bad miss. Amethyst is back to being 1 ahead through 4. I think it's like even par to 1 down. So pretty great scoring right now. 285 feet. And we're going. These bad boys. Oh, it's so straight. I thought I'd get a little hyzer. That's a great shot though. It's got a good result. Keep this one a little higher, maybe a little lefter, give it a run. Oh man, it's not understable. I think I thought that was a hyzer flip one, and it's not turned out to be. But it's gotta look at it. And Amethyst is actually just parked. I think it's almost interesting because I'm treating these like a new straight mid-range, and these like this I've thrown before, and I have not thrown them as they should be thrown for the most part, because I'm expecting slightly different things. Oh. Too low. Dang it. All right. Amethyst is about to be 2 up. Interesting. Amethyst first. 295. Pathfinder. It's got to sit. That's nice. Pathfinder got the slide down here. $275. Swing back left. I think the purple one might be a little more understable than the blue one, which I think is typically what happens with the proton versus neutron, or aura versus ethos, or amethyst 1 versus amethyst 2. Not as much as I was like trying to make it be before, but a good amount. Like that popped up the whole way and is parked, and these ones would have just bit on the hyzer a little bit more. It's maybe like at this distance, a 15 to 20 foot deviation. Not massive, but noticeable. .286. Another good distance for these guys. There's a lot of geese. So we'll try the pushing hyzer. No. Yeah, still not terrible. Didn't throw it as hard as I needed to. Better. No! Well, I thought both those were perfect, and neither of them were. Oh my! That was the worst putt of the day. Solidarity, I guess. There we go. Slow and smooth is controlled. All right. Amethyst is up by 2. It would take an ace and a par, or a birdie and a bogey, which is not likely to happen on a straightforward 286-foot hole. So, hopefully, we can draw some metal with one of these 4. Fun disc. Pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be. So I was a little less inspired to get out and make this video, obviously, because it's the disc that I've reviewed before. It just has a different branding on it. But it's solid, and it makes sense that this would be a disc that people want to rebrand. And I honestly don't think we'll be seeing a lot more of it, because people don't think disc golf is a very fruitful market to like try to start disc manufacturing in right now. It doesn't seem. Companies are seeming to contract and become a little more conservative, and I would imagine that is especially true on the startup side, where there's already not a lot of money going in. So, but a lot more disc reviews to come, of course, and hopefully get ahead right to left. Woo! That can do it. Drop. Too much. Shoot. Sorry, my mic was here, but boring. Didn't ace it. Hopefully this one isn't boring. First one was a great park job, though. It's not going to get left enough. It's so straight. These are such good mids, man. Right at the basket. Don't try to hyzer it in there. Yes. Yes. Ah, too much. Shoot. Great shots, though. See if my putters can do it. Why the heck not? They just don't want to go far, man. Such a good line, too. That could. Drift. Oh, man. Chain high. Shoot. Beautiful shots, beautiful discs. Beautiful you. See you in the next one.